Good evening, everybody. Lee Godbold with Junk Removal Authority. Hope everybody's doing great. Just got home, working on my commitment to put out one YouTube video a day. I don't know if you guys watched Making Hay with JRA yesterday, but what we told everybody is what we're going to do is we're going to start being completely transparent, or as transparent as we possibly can be with things that we're working on. Stuff, you know, in the past we might have held off on announcing. We're going to come on out and say, hey, this is what we're thinking of doing. What do you guys think? And looking kind of for feedback and just wanting you to understand the thought process and the different things that we go through. We're ahead of a lot of you guys, not all. We got some customers that have been more successful than I have. I had a customer just bought a business package, you know, down in Florida that's, you know, done a tremendous amount of business. Probably been, I'm pretty sure he's been more successful than I have. He's been investing in a lot of great stuff. So, but we realize we're ahead of a lot of you know, most people that watch this channel we're probably a little bit ahead of. So we want to tell you, offer our experience, the challenges we go through, just to let you know, hey, if you're going through challenges right now, it's completely normal. Even the most successful people, not that we're the most successful, but even people much more successful than you are going through a lot of challenges. So just want to kind of recap what's going on, tell everybody about the day, both junk removal business related. I got an air filter business I'm a minority partner in that we're just kind of getting off the ground. I'm gonna tell you about the website. I'm not proud of the site, but I'm gonna tell you the reasoning about it. Opened up an athletic training facility, got that going on with my wife. My wife's a volleyball coach, so we're gonna open up a place with a basketball court, volleyball court, a couple batting cages, place for personal trainers to train clients, got weight equipment, exercise equipment, so on and so forth. We'll start building truck bodies, maybe dumpsters. Looking to get into the dumpster business probably next year. Got a lot going on, a lot of, not completely different directions, but you know, there's a tremendous amount going on. I want to help y'all get exposed to that level of activity, that level of thinking, of big thinking. The fact that even when you don't necessarily have the money, you just go and you find the money, you make it. Because, you know, if we go out and we buy 100 dumpsters to get our dumpster business started, we're going to open up this athletic training facility. Got this air filter stuff going on. I don't necessarily have the money to do each and every one of those things at the moment, but I know how to get it. For example, my wife's athletic training facility. She does a lot of private lessons, makes great money doing private volleyball lessons. People always tell her, you know, they always ask her, you still doing volleyball? You know, when you gonna get a real job? You know, people she went to college with. And the fact is she makes more money doing volleyball lessons than they likely will ever make with their, well, not necessarily ever, but a lot of them will never make that with their quote unquote real job. And she's got pretty good flexibility and can work when she wants and not work when she doesn't want to work, more or less. So what we can do with her, she gives these private volleyball lessons. Well, I told her, you need to go out and you need to think like an entrepreneur here. You know, she's never been much on business in the past. And without me, she probably would never go into business, but she's seen what I've been doing, and she really wants to be successful in her own right. And she is, but she wants to kind of take it to the next level. So I said, even though in her case, the setup cost, since we're doing it real simple, it's not our building, it's an existing building we've located on an individual's piece of land. Luckily, it's out in the county. So the zoning allows us to open up a business. Rent's not too terribly bad. It's about 7,500 square feet, 7,000, 7,500, somewhere in there. And I told her, think like an entrepreneur here. We want to spend as little of our money right now as possible because we want that money available to go into another investment. So how can you raise money? And what I told her, I said, you've got all these people that use you on a consistent basis for lessons. A lot of them want to help you out. A lot of them like you. It's always great when your customers like you. It's one of the reasons I do these YouTube videos. I want each and every one of you to feel like you know me, to feel like I'm your friend, to feel like, you know, it's somebody we can connect with. We're not just some faceless company. That's what I'm going after when I do these videos. So in her case, she's got people that really, really like her, want to see her succeed. They're actually invested in not only their daughter to get their daughter better, so their daughter can become a volleyball star, you know, get a college scholarship, whatever, but to actually see her succeed because they're her friend and they're helping out their daughter. You help out somebody's kid, they're gonna love you. If you hurt somebody's kid, they're gonna hate you. That's the best way to get somebody to love you and somebody to hate you, is help their kid out or hurt their kid, one way or the other. You got two emotional extremes there, very, very little in the middle. But anyway, I see you got all these people that they really want to succeed. Right now, your availability is limited. One of the reasons she wants to open this gym is because she doesn't have any availability. So what you need to do is you need a pre-sale. Go to these people and say, hey, will you guys buy 10 lessons up front? That's $700. She charges $70 an hour for lessons, so that's $700. Or, you know, maybe a little bit more. And she's got people writing checks for $1,000, $700, for $400, for $1,400. And, you know, she's going to raise probably 50%. She should. If she keeps following through, she got to stay on it. If she keeps following through, she should raise probably 50% of the amount that we need to put in it. So the next bit, the next part of the equation is, okay, now you're going to be renting it out to personal trainers. You're going to get 3 personal trainers in there. They're going to pay you a monthly rate. One might pay a bit more because one's talking about doing group lessons. So we're going to charge them more. She's making more. She's taking up more space. She's tying up more space. So we should make more from her. So now what you have to do is you have to go out and get first and last month's rent from those people. And that's going to help you build up some more money. So now you're 3/4 of the way through. So the next thing, you got these batting cages going in. All right, so instead of us paying for these batting cages, how about we see if we can pull some teams together, pull some individuals together who want to give lessons, and in exchange for some free rent for a while, if they want these batting cages, they go out and they purchase these batting cages, they get them installed, and we don't have to pay the batting cages. So then we've made that up. So all told, we ought to be able to get in that thing, start this facility with very, very, very little money up front, because she's been entrepreneurial. And always looking for ways that you can somebody else spends the money. Especially, I mean, in this case, it's no interest. You know, we're not going out and taking a loan. Yeah, it cuts our income back for a bit when this first thing opens. We got rent payment going out. And those people that prepaid are not paying an income. But always remember, money today is more valuable than money tomorrow. And always keep that in mind. Don't tie up your current funds. You know, and be entrepreneurial to get in business and get stuff rolling like that. So, we've had some employee injuries here recently with junk doctors. Guy had an entertainment center and was carrying that entertainment center. And somehow or another wound up dropping it. Luckily, they were outside, so they didn't damage anything, but it landed on his ankle. Well, this dude decides he needs an ambulance ride. This was handled incorrectly, guys. This guy, and we told him, I was not involved, but the guy who's working was like, man, let me just run you to urgent care. I'm going to take you to urgent care. And the guy winds up taking an ambulance ride. So what happens is, you know, that he's going to it wind up being just a sprained ankle, won't even broken. Talk about a wuss. Damn, taking an ambulance ride for a freaking sprained ankle. I hope he watches this video. He probably doesn't. He's probably not interested in improving himself, but maybe he is. But had he gone to an urgent care, it'd have been, I don't know, $150, $200 bill at most, maybe $90. I don't know. I mean, they didn't do anything other than give him a few pain pills and tell him it ain't broken. As an ER visit and an ambulance ride. Pretty ridiculous, right? So hopefully it comes in under $2,000, because in North Carolina it's considered a major workers' comp claim if it's over $2,000. Since it went to the hospital, I believe, I'm not positive, I think we got to put it through insurance. So, I mean, I think technically you're supposed to report that stuff anyway and put it through insurance. We'll have to see how much it really is. If I had the option of paying it out of pocket, I would have. That's the reason urgent care is great. So if you guys ever get injured, take them to urgent care. The next thing you got to ask, and we've always struggled a little bit with this, well, how do you keep these guys from hurting themselves, getting injured? Because, yeah, they get hurt, but ultimately you're the one that pays the price. Unless they get, like, seriously injured where they're screwed up the rest of their life, you're the ones that pay the price. You not only have to pay medical bills, but workers' comp pays while they miss. So really, there's no negative for them getting injured. Well, they make less money off workers' comp. So it's up to you to make sure you keep them from getting injured. It's training, but it's really tough. I mean, a lot of this is you can train. Most times people get injured when they don't pay attention. It's not lack of training, it's when they're not paying attention. So you have to train them to pay attention. It's also important that when they're working together, they're communicating. So if you guys are going downstairs, have the guy up top count down the number of stairs remaining. You know, you get down to 4 stairs remaining, say, you know, 3 stairs, 2 stairs, 1 stair, ground, once you hit the ground. It's a great way, because otherwise, if this guy is on the ground floor but thinks he's got one more step and he goes to step down, and all of a sudden he hits that ground a lot sooner than he's anticipating, good chance he's going to get injured. So you guys always think about how can you reduce injuries. As you get employees, that's going to be a major thing. On the JRA end, we've had some changes going on with our websites. We used to do websites at $350 a month. Now, for those of you that are currently doing a site with us at $350 a month, that's not changing, because that's the deal we made with you, and we stick to our word. But we're going away from that, and here's why. Here's something to keep in mind with your business, and it took me a little while to realize it. I thought by doing $350 a month, we're going to be able to get a lot more people, and I think maybe we did. But what has occurred is the people that only pay $350 a month, they're not invested enough. They haven't put enough money in it. A lot of them did it because they knew they could get out at the first sign of problems. They could get out. There's no contract, and contracts are hard to enforce on that low of amount anyway. We're going to spend $3,000 of legal bills to try and collect $3,000 and take all the time. It might be $5,000. I mean, you know what I mean? It could be out of state. It's probably going to be more. So what we've done on websites, our websites are now $5,000. Depending on your special circumstance, if you got something else going on, give us a call. Might be able to work you a deal depending on what you got going on. But standard sites, $5,000. Why are we doing that? Because we have learned that free and cheap people don't value. So at the first opportunity they get, one, they don't think it's extremely good. Somebody pays $5,000 for something, somebody pays $350 for something, or you give them something for free, they're gonna think, even if it's the same exact thing, they're gonna think that $5,000 piece of equipment, that $5,000 website, car, whatever, they're gonna think it's a hell of a lot better than that one that was getting for free. Even if it's the same daggone piece, it's because they've spent the money and they don't want to feel like a fool, and they're gonna find reasons that thing is great. Whereas if it's cheap, they might be looking for reasons that it's not. So always remember, people do not value things that are free. They do not value things that are cheap. So when you're pricing your services, always remember that. When you're giving away something for free, always understand that a lot of times people don't realize it, guys. They really don't. That a lot of times you give away something for free, they're thinking it don't take you a whole lot of time. You might be spending as much time with that person that something's free, or you may be spending more time with something that's free than you're spending with somebody that's paying you thousands of dollars every month. So always keep that in mind when you're pricing your services. And we got a partner in JRA. Brett is a partner of mine in JRA. Brett lives in Phoenix. And working remotely, man, I heard an advertisement today on Google about how working remotely, they're creating programs and software to assist working remotely. It better be some damn good software, because I can tell you what, if Brett was in town, we'd be getting a hell of a lot more done. We're getting stuff done now, don't get me wrong, but when you're in town and you're around, you really feel that culture. The project, everybody's on the same wavelength as far as what's priority, what needs to get done. I got everything on a dry erase board. We just knock out all those tasks one after the other that has to get done. When somebody's remotely, they don't quite feel that culture. They don't feel the urgency. They're a little bit disconnected. And no matter, Brett works extremely hard, extremely smart guy, extremely smart. That remoteness is tough. So when if you guys, whatever business you're starting, if you're talking about having employees work remotely, I would strongly suggest against it. And, that's one of the things that millennials look for, is the ability to work remotely. Just, if the millennial wants to work remotely, they don't want to be part of a culture, probably not for you. So occasionally that's okay, but it's a big challenge. Now Brett did invest. He invested a lot of services at no charge, so he earned an equity. Whereas I wouldn't have worked with him remotely if he was just going to be an employee. But he's not. He's an equity partner in JRA. So always remember those remote stuff. Just kind of run away from it. And details, guys. So to go along with this thing, what I said before, somebody, people don't value free, they don't value cheap. They're also a lot less likely, in some cases, to value quick. Now, this is completely opposite than your junk removal customer. Junk removal customer wants something done extremely fast. You need to get done extremely fast. It's quick. There's not a whole lot to it. On the other hand, when you've got websites, call center stuff. Now, this is relating to JRA. You've got stuff that you should be using for a long time in the future. If you're supposed to be using a service 2 or 3 years, or your customer should be using a service several years, 10 years, 2 years, 1 year, 20 years, forever, whatever it is, whatever that service is, get the details worked out up front. Take your time a little bit getting those details done. Working with a customer right now, extremely smart guy. He owns about, I don't know, 600-700 dumpsters. He's getting in the junk removal business. Guy, perfect example of that. You know, we got some custom things we're doing for him. We got our normal packages. We got some things we're doing a little different. He's going to be in 2 different cities. So we're working a few details out. Before he pays anything and signs any contract, he wants everything worked out up front. It takes a few extra days. The man's in a hurry, but he understands, get this stuff taken care of up front. Guys, in the grand scheme of things, a day or 2 ain't going to kill you. I hate missing out on $1 as much as the next man, much as any man out there, probably more than you do. But I will wait a day or 2 to make sure something's done right if it's something I'm going to be using years in the future. There's no reason, if you're planning, you should be planning on these big decisions, you should be planning on carrying out years. There's no reason, there's no reason 1 or 2 days is going to make or break you. So, I got another Making Hay with JRA. You know, these probably change it around. You know, we're gonna have this formal studio sessions that are live. If you guys want to post comments and questions, you're gonna find a lot of these Making Hays or whatever this live broadcast on Tuesday and Thursday we're gonna be calling now. Maybe call it Climbing the Mountain. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but we're gonna talk about everything we got going on. I might bring in some personal stuff too, who knows? Because I understand the value in seeing somebody and hearing somebody explain stuff they're doing. If there was a Lee Godbold 7 years ago, 8 years ago when I was going in business that thought like me, that talked like me, that had the same concerns like I did back then, and I was able to hear him, I would have done in 3 years what took me 8 years to do. I'd be in dumpsters already. We'd have that athletic, well, that was up my wife, but that athletic training facility up my wife. We'd have started JRA years ago. You know, we'd be 20 times larger than that. I want you to grab a hold of what I've done in the past, learn from what I've done in the past. Hell, maybe you can improve it. This is also gonna keep me moving. I know there's gonna be some people out there gonna listen to this stuff and they're gonna try and beat me. They're gonna try and beat us. And I encourage each and every one of you to. Elon Musk has this deal. He wants all the software and all of Tesla to be open source. He says, you know, if it's open source, then that's going to help out mankind altogether. It's going to help advance everything forward. Now, listen, I ain't going to, you know, Elon, I have no doubt Elon thinks like that. I want to beat everybody. You know, I want to be number one. Don't get me wrong. In everything I do, I want to be number one. So what I'm hoping, a little selfishness in me maybe, but I'm hoping by telling you our plans and what we're going to do, what we're thinking of doing. That don't mean, now listen, 95% of the stuff I think about doing, I don't do. So just because I bring it up, don't mean it's a good idea. So don't be hearing my ideas, running out trying, and if you bust your ass on it and it don't work out, think I'm feeding you a bunch of BS. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you my ideas. I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking. Y'all learn from it. I hope you do. And what I'm hoping is you're gonna push me. So I know I'm gonna have to be working fast. If we're telling our secrets, I ain't gonna be able to sit around on the secrets anymore. If I'm telling you your secrets or our secrets, I know there's gonna be some people out there gonna be trying to copy us. That's fine, you know? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and stay a step ahead. That's what you guys need to do. Tell people what you're gonna do. Go out there. If you're gonna get in business, tell them you're gonna get in business. If you're gonna grow to if you dream of growing to a 10 truck operation, tell them you're gonna grow to a 10 truck operation. Put it out there, make it public, tell all your friends, and that right there, just a chance of embarrassment, that's gonna hold you accountable. Always remember that, guys. So hey, Lee Godbold, the Junk Removal Authority. Check us out, JunkRA.com. We got going live tomorrow, 12 noon. Y'all join us here. I know viewership's been down, and I know we've been covering the same damn shit. I repeat myself and repeat myself and repeat myself. I realize that, but we're changing that. Keeping everything current. You know, stuff's always changing in my life. We're always improving stuff. I ain't gonna cover the same shit anymore. We're gonna give y'all some fresh stuff. Bring me questions, bring me concerns. Be up front. Tell me what you got going on in your life. Tell me what challenges you got going on in your business. If I can help, great. If you just want to do it like I'm doing and just tell everybody what you're doing, and so you can have a little reason to be pushed extra, I understand that too. We'll see y'all tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, guys. Tune in, 12 noon Eastern. Thanks.